Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you were there? Or perhaps you found yourself staring at a familiar face, someone you've known for years, and for a split second, their name just wouldn't come to you. At 75, these moments can feel heavy. They carry a weight of worry that we didn't feel in our 50s or 60s. We start to wonder, is this just a normal part of getting older, or is my mind starting to slip away? The truth is, your brain is a magnificent, living organ that has carried you through 7.5 decades of memories, laughter, and challenges. But like any part of the body, it sends out quiet signals when it needs a little extra care. Many people assume that significant memory loss is inevitable, but the latest research and the wisdom of those who have reached 100 suggest otherwise. Your body often sends quiet warnings long before a major decline happens. In this video, we are going to explore 7 warning signs at age 75 that your memory might be fading, some of which are so subtle you might have brushed them off as just aging. But more importantly, we are going to talk about 3 simple human habits that you can start today to help protect your cognitive health and keep your mind as sharp as your spirit. Let's look at these signs not with fear, but with the goal of understanding what your body is trying to tell you. Sign 1. The small things trap. It usually starts with the keys, then it's the glasses, then it's an appointment you've had on the calendar for weeks. We all forget things occasionally, but at 75, the frequency and nature of these lapses change. Take the case of Robert, an 78-year-old man who always prided himself on having a sharp memory. Over a few months, he started forgetting small things, where he left his wallet, the names of acquaintances, and even important dental appointments. This isn't just forgetfulness, it's a sign that the communication between your brain cells might be slowing down due to oxidative stress or inflammation. When these glitches become a regular part of your weekly routine, it's a signal that your brain's retrieval system is struggling. Sign 2. The fog of conversation. Have you noticed that it's becoming harder to follow a conversation in a crowded room? Or perhaps you find yourself repeating the same story to your children, forgetting that you told them just an hour ago? As we age, the brain requires a steady flow of oxygen and nutrients to process language and social cues. If circulation weakens, you might find yourself struggling to follow complex plots in movies or losing the thread of a long conversation. You might repeat yourself or lose track of time while speaking. This cognitive confusion is often a sign that the brain's processing speed is being hampered by a lack of essential nutrients or a buildup of cellular waste. Sign 3. Emotional withdrawal and the quiet mind. This is one of the most overlooked signs. It's not about what you forget, it's about how you interact. Someone nearing a period of cognitive decline often loses interest in social interactions. You might find yourself speaking less, engaging less, or spending long periods simply sitting in silence. It's not that you don't care about your loved ones, it's that your brain is finding it exhausting to process emotions and social engagement. Loud environments feel overwhelming, and eventually many seniors retreat into their own world because it feels safer and less taxing. This withdrawal is a defense mechanism for a tired brain, but it's also a warning that your mental battery isn't recharging the way it used to. Sign 4. Losing the internal map. Disorientation is a significant red flag. This doesn't mean getting lost in a new city, it means feeling a momentary sense of confusion in familiar places. You might be driving to the local grocery store you visited for 20 years and suddenly feel unsure which turn to take. This happens because the part of the brain responsible for spatial navigation and memory, the hippocampus, is particularly sensitive to aging. If you find yourself frequently losing track of the date, the season, or even the time of day, your brain is signaling that it is struggling to anchor itself in the present moment. Sign 5. The personality shift. Our personalities are usually quite stable by age 75. However, if you or your loved ones notice a sudden shift, perhaps you've become more irritable, anxious, or easily frustrated, it could be more than just a bad mood. When the brain's frontal lobe, which regulates behavior and emotions, doesn't get the support it needs, our filters start to fade. Conversely, some people become unusually calm or detached, showing a lack of interest in things that once brought them great joy. These aren't just personality quirks, they're often the result of the brain adjusting to a decline in its internal chemistry. Sign 6. The blank slate morning. Think about your morning routine. Can you easily recall what you had for breakfast yesterday? Can you remember the details of a phone call you had with your daughter last night? A sharp memory is reflected in the ability to recall recent events clearly. If you find yourself waking up and feeling like the previous day is a blank slate, it indicates that your brain isn't effectively moving information from short-term to long-term storage. This often happens during sleep, so if your sleep is fragmented, your memory will be too. Sign 7. The sudden mental drop. Finally, pay attention to sudden changes in mental alertness. While most memory loss is gradual, a sudden onset of confusion in a senior can actually be a sign of something else, like a silent infection. For many older adults, the first sign of a urinary tract infection or respiratory issue isn't a fever, it's a sudden decline in mental clarity. Because the immune system is weaker at 75, the body's resources are redirected to fight the infection, leaving the brain temporarily starved of the energy it needs to function. If you feel foggier than usual over the course of just a few days, it's a sign that your body is under stress. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by these signs, but remember, awareness is your greatest tool. The brain is remarkably resilient. Even at 75, you can take steps to slow these processes down, and in some cases, even sharpen your recall. Here are 3 simple habits that can help stop the fade and nourish your mind. Habit 1. The brain berry and nutrient protocol. What you put on your plate is quite literally the fuel for your thoughts. To protect your memory, you need to focus on foods that reduce inflammation and improve blood flow to the brain. Make blueberries your daily ritual. Blueberries are often called brain berries for a reason. They contain antioxidants called anthocyanins that have been shown to improve communication between brain cells and delay memory loss. For Robert, the 78-year-old we mentioned earlier, adding a handful of blueberries to his breakfast every morning led to a noticeable difference in his focus and recall within months. Support your circulation with avocados and pomegranates. Your brain uses 20% of your body's oxygen. To get that oxygen to your brain, your heart needs to be strong. Avocados provide healthy fats that keep your arteries flexible, while pomegranates are loaded with polyphenols that enhance blood flow. The B12 and magnesium boost. Many seniors are deficient in vitamin B12, which is essential for nerve function. A deficiency can lead to a heavy feeling in your legs and a foggy feeling in your head. You can easily add B12 to your diet with nutritional yeast. Just 1 tablespoon a day can help restore that nerve communication. Similarly, magnesium, found in pumpkin seeds, helps relax the blood vessels and improves the delivery of nutrients to the brain. Habit 2. Clean up your kitchen chemistry. You might be surprised to learn that how you store your food can impact your brain health. Certain common kitchen habits can lead to the buildup of toxins that are linked to brain inflammation and memory loss over time. Get the potatoes and onions out of the fridge. When you refrigerate potatoes, their starch turns into sugar. When cooked at high heat later, these sugars form acrylamide, a compound linked to nerve damage and cognitive decline. Onions, when kept in the damp fridge, absorb bacteria and lose their quercetin, a powerful antioxidant that protects your brain from oxidative stress. Keep these in a cool, dark, dry pantry instead. The bread mold rule. We often think it's fine to just cut the moldy edge off a piece of bread, but at 75, your system is more sensitive. Refrigerating bread actually accelerates a process that makes it a breeding ground for mycotoxins. These invisible toxins have been connected to brain inflammation. Store your bread in a breathable linen bag at room temperature or freeze it in portions to keep it safe. The garlic rule. Garlic is nature's medicine for the heart and brain, but the fridge kills its active enzymes. To keep the allicin working, the compound that fights inflammation, keep your garlic in a ventilated basket on the counter. Habit 3. The nightly alignment for brain cleaning. Sleep is not just rest. It is the time when your brain literally clears out toxins. If you aren't sleeping well, your mental trash isn't being picked up. At 75, many people find themselves waking up at 3 a.m. This can be due to a natural drop in melatonin, but you can fight back with these simple adjustments. Cool the room. Your body needs to drop its core temperature to enter deep sleep. Keep your room between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. A room that is too warm puts strain on your heart and keeps your brain in a light, unrestful sleep state. Sleep on your left side. This might sound strange, but sleeping on your left side has been shown to improve circulation and help the heart pump more efficiently. It also helps with digestion and reduces acid reflux, which often wakes seniors up in the middle of the night. Better circulation means better oxygen for your brain while it repairs itself. The hydration taper. To avoid the 3 a.m. bathroom trip, which disrupts your sleep cycle and increases fall risk, drink the majority of your liquids before 5 p.m. If you're thirsty later, just take small sips. This protects your deep sleep stages where memory consolidation happens. Final thoughts. Longevity isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. If you've noticed some of these signs, don't let them steal your peace of mind. Instead, let them be a nudge to treat yourself with a little more kindness. Start small. Maybe tomorrow morning you'll have that bowl of blueberries. Maybe this afternoon you'll move the potatoes out of the fridge. Or maybe tonight you'll turn the thermostat down just a few degrees. These small human choices add up. Your brain is a living medicine, and when you give it the right environment, it has an incredible ability to stay strong, active, and full of life. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these signs resonated with you the most? Is there a habit you're planning to start today? Leave a comment below. Your stories and insights are what make this community so special. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to join our journey of aging with wisdom and grace. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.